and welcome to this historic event for our community in this announcement. Greater Lafayette, Indiana is on the move. As you may have guessed, we have guests here from Sweden. Allow me to extend a welcome to them. God morgon och välkomna. Som ni säkert förstår är vi mycket glada att ni är här för att annonsera att ni kommer vara medlemmar av Greater Lafayette. Let's give our guests from Sweden a round of applause. And let's continue that warm Indiana welcome as we bring Håkan Buska, CEO and President of Saab, to the stage. Håkan.
Thank you. Good morning. Governor Holcomb, President Daniels, distinguished guests, and media, dear friends. We are here today to mark the beginning of a new era of partnership and cooperation. For a while, Saab have been looking for a strategy place for us to establish the new location in the United States for production of our part in the replacement of the T-38, the TX program that we successfully won together with Boeing in September last year. After careful considerations, we have chosen West Lafayette, thanks to the visionary leadership of the governor, the state of Indiana, and the president of Purdue University. Together, we see a great possibility here. The leading role of Purdue in industrialization and productification of research is very appealing, including the great work in advanced manufacturing, aeronautical engineering, sensor and communication, as well as artificial intelligence and machine learning. The ecosystem consisting of both the university and the many companies that has clustered around it is something we definitely would like to be a part of. This is why we today are outlining the way forward. Saab was founded in 1937 with just one aim, to build fighter aircraft for the Swedish Royal Air Force. And we have produced more than 5,000 fighters since then. We are now a global company with a mission to do the same in many more countries. Our so-called triple helix model has been a vital part for Saab ever since we were founded. The idea is to work together with customers, academia, and partnership with other companies and partners. We do this in order to create purpose-built products that exceed our customers' requirements, while at the same time being more agile, cost-efficient, and smarter than our competitors are able to do. The United States and your armed forces are a very important customer to Saab. That is why we have a site in Syracuse, in New York State, where we develop sensor systems, traffic management products, and other capabilities. We also have a site in Lillington, in North Carolina, where we produce the world's most advanced camouflage system. And in Orlando, Florida, we have delivered state-of-the-art live training and simulation solutions for the US Army. Our current operations in the United States then spans from jets to nets. Our radar and cooperative surveillance system are widely used through the US Army, Navy, Air Force, and Special Forces, as well as FAA. The Carl-Gustaf system and the 84 weapon system are a vital component within the armed forces. Carl-Gustaf is a man-portable multi-role weapon system, and 84 is one of the most successful anti-armor weapons ever developed. Last year, a new milestone was reached when the US Air Force chose the TX as the new trainer jet jointly designed by Boeing and Saab. It's built like a fighter jet with the purpose to train all future pilots within the US Air Force. The facilities will be host both production and R&D here in Lafayette, with focus on aviation and sensor technology. We will now enter into discussion with Purdue and Indiana, as well as our customer, to define the scope and investment in more detail. We look forward to years of collective success in generating hundreds of new American jobs to work at and with Saab in the United States. Saab is in West Lafayette to stay, and we look forward to being an integrated part of this ecosystem. Initially, up to 300 jobs will be created, and we are aiming for more. The work of building and designing a new site will start immediately. Next year, it will be open, and towards the end of 2020, production will be up running. We look forward to seeing this grow, and together with Purdue University and West Lafayette, take new exciting steps within defense and aerospace industry. My aim is this will be one of the most important sites of Saab globally going forward within production, research, and development. Thank you.
Well, let's recognize that exciting announcement and also the entire Saab team that put their hard work into this multi-year process. Let's give them another warm round of applause. And with that, please help me welcome President of Purdue University, Mitch Daniels, to the stage.
Greetings, everyone. Without knowing who'd be here or what the exact announcement would be, this is a moment that a lot of us have been looking forward to and imagining for 2, 3, 4 years now. I want to say just a quick word about what it means to Purdue and then what I believe it can mean to our community and to our state and beyond. First of all, when we join hands in a unique partnership with the city of West Lafayette on the renovation of State Street and all that we hoped it would trigger around what we now call the Innovation District, this is exactly the sort of investment we hoped and dreamed for. A first-rate company of the world who would come and bring quality employment and new economic vitality to the area right on the border of our campus, bring perhaps new employment opportunities to our graduate students, bring research partnership collaborations with an outstanding faculty. And the Saab partnership that we have now established has all those elements and perhaps more. It could not have been more perfectly suited to the conception that we have had for the Discovery Park Innovation District. As that district comes into fruition, now with its second, or actually third big tenant, along with Rolls-Royce and Schweitzer electrical systems, we imagine this creating at Purdue something we need very badly to compete in our world, and that is a vibrant, economically thriving, and intellectually interesting environment that will attract the finest scholars in the world and the finest students in the world who will see an opportunity to live fruitful and stimulating lives on the border of a first-rate Research One university. So today's a huge step forward in making that a dream come true. The second thing, and really more important, has to do with our mission as a land-grant university. We were assigned from the day of our birth to do teaching, research, and what is called engagement, meaning not to sit inside the cloistered walls of an institution of higher learning, but to take that learning out into the world in meaningful ways. And we don't, in this era, in this age in which we live, we don't think there is a higher or purer form of engagement than to join hands with great companies like Saab and exchange ideas and hopefully transfer ideas that are born amid the genius that resides on our campus into the hands of great companies and organizations who can then translate that into products that make life better, in this case also safer for hundreds of millions of people. So it's squarely in the middle of the mission that matters most to us, and for that we thank our new partners very profoundly. The last thing I want to tell you is that the people that we have met at Saab are going to be fantastic participants and members of this community. They have, in every conversation, indicated a sensitivity to being good citizens individually and as a corporate entity, and very eager to build good relationships with other employers around here and with all the institutions that make Greater Lafayette a great place to live. They're going to enrich this community in a human way far beyond the economic growth that they bring. In 48 hours from now, commencement weekend starts here at Purdue, and all weekend in 6 different ceremonies we'll be celebrating the achievements of our new graduates and sending them on their way to do great things in the world. Well, today's a commencement too, as our whole group has reminded itself constantly. This job, our job, only begins today. Hakan, to you and all your colleagues, you've heard us say before, we are determined to do all we can do at Purdue to make this the wisest business decision Saab's ever made. Thank you and welcome to our community. Indispensable partners in making this happen were the state of Indiana, acting primarily through the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. Its leader, Jim Schellinger, and a lot of his team are here, and it's not our first time working with them at all, but it's a great joy always. They're so highly professional. Our next and final speaker holds a job I have some familiarity with, and I can't help but reminisce that in the first hour of the first day that I had that assignment, as my first act, having taken an oath of office, I signed an executive order, later translated into the first bill passed in a frenetically active legislative session that created the Indiana Economic Development Corporation and made the governor the chairman of its board. The reasoning being to try to remember whoever occupied that job, that jobs and growth and economic opportunity for every citizen, especially for those seeking to rise in their young years or from the lower levels of the socioeconomic spectrum, that was job one. Indiana is so fortunate to have a governor who didn't need any instruction in that. It's always been his driving motivation. He's doing a terrific job of it, and today's the latest evidence. Please welcome our great Governor, Eric Holcomb.
It can at times be an occupational hazard for folks in my profession to be introduced by one of your predecessors. But fortunately, I don't fit that typical category following in President Daniels' footsteps. We have made a lot of history together, side by side over the years, but I don't think I've ever been prouder to partner with and to stand with you, President Daniels, than on this project itself. And we have many reasons to count ourselves fortunate, but the central reason to that all is that we get to salute Saab for bringing us all together on such an important, not just day, historic day, but for such an important cause. Hawk and I have come so appreciative to get to know you and Eric and Jana and the whole senior team over the course of this endeavor, and to welcome you as part of our newest member of the Hoosier family. It's truly my honor, and it's such a special and historic day. Your corporate commitment to excellence, your laser focus on every detail, your ability to deliver the most advanced products that the world has ever seen, to always be leaning forward, scoping out and scouting what's next from the customer's perspective and what the time of the day is presenting to you that was once unimagined. It has been nothing short of inspiring to join forces, so to speak, on your new American mission, and to grow together and to envision all that is in store ahead. We just so appreciate your high standards and, again, your desire to build not just a company, but a place of work where your employees, your team, and our team have come together to experience such high quality of life as well. From my perspective, this was all about, this sounds somewhat arrogant, but from my perspective, this was about the best being attracted to the best. And then what comes from that? And we are just so profusely grateful. I never want you to think that we took any day, any step, any detail for granted in your decision-making process. We fully realize you had 49 other states to rank and then ultimately to choose from, but we believe that you confidently arrived at the right choice, of course. You got to see what you see here today. You got to see the local community. You got to see local government. Mayor, so good to be with you. And you got to see our state administration and our state legislative leaders and our federal partners, our congressional delegation, our United States senators and our entire congressional delegation, on both sides of the aisle, by the way, all align ourselves on this new mission that we share. And for that, we're also eternally grateful. And what I also so appreciated was just our interaction with your team in terms of whether it had to do with our workforce development team, our environmental management team, our transportation department, all of the different agencies, once again, synchronizing ourselves around what's to come. And of course, as President Daniels mentioned, our conductor, also known as the Secretary of Commerce, Jim Schellinger, at the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, making sure that we were all oaring in the same direction and moving forward each and every day on every topic of discussion. We have learned so much about you in a relatively short period of time, and you have learned so much about us. You have learned that we will tailor our programs to your specific workforce development needs. You have learned about our superior infrastructure that has been put in place so that you can connect to your clients, to your customers, as quickly and safely as humanly possible. And we understand and look forward to, we are equally proud. I said this earlier, that someone has got to make widgets, but this is a higher calling and purpose than that. You're enabling us in the work that you do to make the world a safer place, to equip our warfighters with the latest cutting-edge technology. We're in a state where we're #1 in terms of manufacturing, increasingly so into advanced manufacturing, and you have taken it, if I could borrow a phrase, to the next level in cutting-edge technology. And this is truly both a natural fit and a match made in heaven. And we are so excited to welcome you here and to soar with Saab. Congratulations.
Well, what a great way to celebrate Purdue's history in Indiana, this 150 year with this announcement. I think, as the governor said, this is the best joining the best. So thank you. Thank you all speakers for your comments. And let's give the Saab team and everyone involved in this another round of applause. We have at this time recorded messages from our federal delegation and West Lafayette Mayor John Dennis, who couldn't be with us today. The order of the videos is Senator Todd Young, Representative Jim Baird, and Mayor John Dennis. So please join me in watching the videos.
Hi, Senator Todd Young here. I'm thrilled to welcome Saab to Indiana. Saab's announcement is a testament to the Hoosier State's strong manufacturing background, robust defense supply chain, and highly skilled Hoosier workforce. 3 outstanding Hoosier leaders helped lay the groundwork for this partnership: Governors Daniels, Pence, and now Holcomb. They helped make Indiana an attractive state to do business and a great place to live. I'm excited to partner with Saab as they work to train and develop America's next generation of warfighter with aircraft that are manufactured right here in West Lafayette in Indiana. Again, congratulations and welcome to the Hoosier State.
It is an honor to have an esteemed international company like Saab come to the state of Indiana. Saab's presence will advance the state and Saab in the research and development of life-changing technologies in aerospace, aviation, and defense. We're proud of the collaborative nature among the leaders of Saab, Indiana, and Purdue who have worked together to create this opportunity to move defense aviation into the future. This will create jobs, support research and development, and enhance the overall quality of life for the greater Lafayette area, and also important, provide our soldiers with the quality, sophisticated equipment necessary to defend our nation in this complex world. This is a momentous day for Saab, Purdue University, West Lafayette, the greater Lafayette area, and the state of Indiana. We welcome Saab as a new partner in advancing research, development, and manufacturing. I can't think of a better formula to design and create the fighter and bomber jets of tomorrow.
My dad was a pilot in the Navy since World War II. My brother was a pilot in Vietnam. And so aircraft are important to the Dennis family. And when you have a company like Saab and the focus on aircraft and air transportation, it brings such status to this community. And people are often wondering, why would Saab choose to come to a place like Greater Lafayette? You know, we've got 2 great cities and one amazing internationally renowned university, and we're all pulling on the same side of the rope. And it's those kind of relationships and those kind of partnerships that make things like Saab coming to our community actually happen. Saab is an obvious first starter for anything we do in the future. I mean, people are going to look at this investment in our community. They're going to look at the type of people that are working there. They're going to look at how it changes the culture of Greater Lafayette and be more inclined to invest further. Now we can start having a conversation about the big picture that is West Lafayette and Purdue University. We're now turning places that used to be cornfields, used to be construction sites, into areas where we're going to have strong investment, high-tech jobs, high-paying jobs, and jobs that carry a great deal of personal status and satisfaction. And for a community like West Lafayette, that's going to be something that's truly out of the park.
Great. Let's give them a round of applause for doing that for us. As Mayor Dennis said, it is with most certain gratitude that We'd also like to recognize our President of Tippecanoe County, Commissioner David Byers, the Mayor of Lafayette, Tony Rosorski, Secretary of Commerce Jim Schellinger, and all of their teams for the work that went in on this. It was only through this broad coalition of both cities, the county, the state, Purdue University, Purdue Research Foundation, and of course the Saab team, that this project has come to be in Greater Lafayette. So thank you for each of your contributions and the work that you've done to make this happen. Let's give another round of applause. Well, that completes the exciting and formal agenda for us today. I invite you to stay for the reception immediately following and meet the Saab team and check out the model of the TX trainer that we have here and enjoy the refreshments as well. Be greater.